Hi, I wanted to do an unusual giveaway. It's kind of a regifting. This is a really nice journal, and I'll show it up close here in just a second. By Peter Popper Press. Talks a little bit about the company on the first page here. But the thing is it's got good wide lines, and it's got good paper that won't bleed with fountain pen ink. Fountain pen ink isn't going to bleed through these pages. It's going to be a good daily journal or whatever kind of journal you want. Now, the reason I'm doing this, I'm kind of regifting. Somebody gave me this beautiful journal, but I've got a whole bunch of empty journals that are stacked up waiting for me to use them. And this is such a nice one. I hate to just see it sitting there without being used. So I'm giving it away on my YouTube channel. And this is what I want to impress upon you as you consider getting this journal. I kept a journal in my teenage years, and became a young adult, and there wasn't time, I thought, to sit down and write in a journal with any kind of frequency, and I didn't see the point, and I doubted that anybody would ever read it. Now, I still question whether or not anybody will read the journals I'm keeping now. I don't care. It's a great exercise. Now, I keep at least 3 different kinds of journals. Well, 4. I write in a prompt journal, which we're going to see more about that in the coming weeks. I want to do a giveaway with a prompt journal. They're really cool. And then I do a daily journal, my on-the-go journal. I have a journal that follows me around to work, to restaurants. It's a less expensive journal. It's one I don't worry about beating up too much. And if I stop at a restaurant for lunch or breakfast or something, and I'm in a little cafe and I'm sitting waiting for my order, then I'll pull out my daily journal and I'll write an entry. And it's just about what's going on that day. And then I have a nice journal, a nice leather-bound journal, and I'll write in it once a week, maybe twice a week. And I kind of go into my feelings about what's happening in my life and what's been happening with my family, and I kind of go into a little more detail, and I try to write more clearly. It's a nice journal that I would hope someday would fall into the right hands of somebody that would care to read it, so that it'd be really legible. And then I have another journal, and by the way, this journal could work with any of these, except, well, the carry-around journal is okay. This has like the Constitution on it. We'll detail that in a second. But it would, if you threw it in a backpack and dragged it around with you, it's going to get beat up a little bit. But you could still use it just for a daily, chronicling of events. But then another kind of journal that I keep is what I call my death journal. And it was the first journal I started to keep when I developed my handwriting and bought a fountain pen. And so parts of it are fairly sloppy, at least as far as the handwriting goes. And the first one that I'm just finishing up doesn't have lines, it just has blank paper. And I haven't developed my handwriting yet to the point where I'm good without lines. So I kind of depend on lines still. One day I think I could do a lot better in a journal with just blank pages. And I may do that. But the death journal is an interesting one. I don't write in it based on what day it is, and I don't even write the date. I write subjects that I'm interested in. I may have an opinion on politics that I make an entry about. I have recently made an entry about my feelings about boating, because when I was a little kid, our family had a boat. It wasn't a fancy boat, it was an old boat, but we used to like to go to the lake and put the boat in the water, and I really loved it. And as a teenager, I had lots of friends, just coincidentally, who had boats, and their families had boats. And we would go water skiing, and we'd go up to the lake and go boating all the time. And I just thought that boating would always be a part of my life. I didn't understand as a teenager how expensive it was to own and maintain a boat. And it was not something that was a part of my adult life. So I made an entry about my feelings about boats. I've made an entry about my feelings about guitars. I've made several entries about feelings about each member of my family. Like if something special happens in the life of a family member, I'll do an entry in the death journal about how I feel about that family member. and what's happened and my insights on it. So that's my death journal. Anything that strikes me as something about me that might be interesting to someone when I'm no longer here, I enter in that death journal. It's just something that, something interesting about it. And that's my death journal. But let's talk about this journal that I'm giving away. I'm not even sure how many pages it is. Of course, it's not numbered. Let's see if it says. It doesn't say how many pages it is in the description at the beginning. But it's a beautiful journal, Peter Popper Press. And let's take a look at it, exactly what it is. And of course, here's the rules of winning it. It's the same as always. There's one journal, there will be one winner. And to be eligible to be chosen at random to win this journal, you have to be subscribed to my channel, leave a like, and tell me what you would write in a journal. Would it just be a daily chronicling of events? Would it be documenting your interests and your hobbies, your dreams? What would you write in a journal? Share that with me, because I really want to know, because I want more reasons to write with a fountain pen in a journal. I love it. So share with me what you would write in a journal. Maybe it will inspire me, maybe it will inspire other people. So let's take a look at specifics on this journal. As you can see, this is the Constitution. This is the Constitution. It's a nice hardbound journal. Very beautiful, feels high quality. A nice dark spine, and it's the same image of the Constitution on the back. So you'd be very patriotic if you won this journal. It's really nice. And then you open it up, journal. It says Peter Popper Press. By the way, I'm not sponsored in any way to do any of these giveaways. This is just something that was given to me that I don't have an immediate use for, so I thought I would use it for a giveaway. And then it's got these lines that you write in, and the lines are ample and you have plenty of space. You can write, you don't have to write in this with a fountain pen. You can write in this journal with whatever pen you want. I don't care. I mean, I love fountain pens, and we're going to have giveaways coming up about fountain pens. But this is the journal that I'm giving away tonight. The contest will end in 1 week from today, and like I say, one winner will be picked from people who leave comments and leave likes and are subscribed, and you'll be chosen at random. By the way, I had a question recently about, hey, you never announce who wins these giveaways. Are they really legitimate? If you check the description of the video a week after when the contest ends, I edit the description to tell who the winner was. So that's how you know who won. And if you win, you will receive a reply to your comment telling you that you won. And my email address is in my About section of my channel. In the About section of my channel, you can send me an email with your mailing address once you've been notified that you have won this journal. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's really beautiful. It's worthy of being put in your bookcase, and for somebody to find one day, to learn something about you, to know something about you, to appreciate what you've written in here. Good luck, everybody. Enjoy this journal, and keep writing things down. It's important.